Dear ladies and gentlemen, thank you for standing. Please take your seats. This is my great pleasure to invite to this stage the person who was a big friend of Ukraine, who spends all his time explaining Ukraine to a global media, former military person, veteran, graduate of the best US military academy, West Point. Let me welcome the president of American University Kyiv, Daniel Rice, to deliver his welcome address.
Thank you, Bogdan. And it's just an honor to be here in Dnipro and welcome our newest graduates of AUK Dnipro. And I'd like to start by thanking Boris and Anna Markov and Mykola Demchenko and the entire Inspira group for leading this incredible effort. Something like this, I don't think has ever happened before, where a community rose up to start a university in the midst of such conditions, and it's really inspirational to see that. But I'd also like to welcome just the first of all, the incredible faculty. If all the faculty could stand, please. Our faculty, incredible. Thank you. Thank you. And our staff is all around taking care of making sure this amazing event happens. But to all of our staff that makes this happen seamlessly every day. But I'd also like to thank, before we talk about the graduates, I'd like to thank all of the friends and family here that have supported the graduates, because no one gets through these tough times alone. So here's to all of you. Thank you for supporting your graduates. And lastly, the reason we're all here is to honor and thank and recognize our graduates. So please, everybody stand up who's about to get your master's degree. Thank you. Thank you. It's a very special moment for you, and through times that I don't think any other university graduates have ever been in history, to go through studying and trying to think existential thoughts amidst all of this challenge is, it proves your resilience, it proves your future is bright, and it proves you have gotten through the gates now to get your degrees, and now it's time for you to go lead right here in Dnipro. And it's been really a great honor for me to kind of learn about the Dnipro region through Boris, Mykola, and the whole Inspira group. And you know, we didn't practice this, so I didn't realize that was what Bogdan was going to say. But yes, I speak globally about Ukraine, and I'm obviously a big believer in Ukraine. I've been here since May of 2022. But I really believe, you know, that when I was born, I was just fortunate to be born into the United States, in my opinion, and we were a superpower. And I really believe, with everything I've seen over the last 5 years, that Ukraine is a superpower. And I'm going to talk through why I believe that is. So Ukraine always was the breadbasket of Europe and Africa with your amazing farming. And I know a number of you here in the farming industry. It's amazing. It's incredible to feed the world, all right here from Ukraine. And that's the impetus for all the other great things that come from Ukraine. But I think the more I've learned, and I didn't know this before coming here to Ukraine in May of 2022, but Ukraine is a superpower in information technologies, an absolute superpower. And that is opening up all kinds of other opportunities. So if you start with agriculture and you add IT, that's a really powerful combination. Now you look at critical minerals that the world needs, and everybody realizes rare earths are such an important thing these days. And now you've got the Reconstruction Fund and the Minerals Fund, and we're going to be hopefully extracting a lot of those incredible things, titanium and beryllium and all these things. Ukraine is going to be a superpower there. But what else? Ukraine will be one of the biggest tourist destinations in Europe. The Ukraine brand is so strong around the world right now, everybody's rooting for Ukraine, except for one country. Well, actually 4 countries, Iran, North Korea, Russia, and China. But otherwise, everybody is going to want to come here. So tourism, I think, is going to thrive. But the one area that wasn't strong in Ukraine prior to the war, that is just thriving now, is defense. And a lot of that is defense IT related. And so you're seeing this amazing growth of defense. And defense is an enormous industry globally, and it is in Europe. And all the Europeans, instead of supporting Ukraine, now they need Ukraine. And Dnipro, as I've learned, is the industrial heart of Ukraine. And so the defense industry, I believe, here, and that's why our graduates, as you go forth and look at different opportunities, you've just received you're about to receive your master's degree and become graduates, alumni of AUK Dnipro. There are so many different fields that you can pursue, and you don't have to try just one. A lot of ways people jump from one to the other and learn from each other. But I do believe that Ukraine is a superpower in all of these areas, and the Dnipro region will be the powerhouse for all of Ukraine. So I'm proud to be here with each of you. I'm proud of all of you as graduates. I'm proud of your families. And really, life is precious. Enjoy every minute. Go change the world. You're awesome. Slava Ukraine.
Graduates, congratulations, you did it, every one of you. Today, you are the first undergraduate class of American University Kyiv. President Rice, thank you for the introduction and for what you and everyone at American University Kyiv have built in the most difficult of times. There was no class ahead of you to follow, no traditions to inherit, no upperclassmen to show you how it's done. You didn't walk into this university's culture, you wrote it. Every standard this school will hold, every class that comes after you starts from the example you set. You are the first page. They will all be measured against you. Most people who stand where I'm standing come to give you something, courage or grit or some hard-won lesson, a parting gift on your way out the door. I'm not going to do that. I can't give you courage. You already care more of it than most people gather in a lifetime. And I can't teach you how to keep going when everything tells you to stop. You spent 4 years proving you already know how to do that. So I'm not here to give you anything. I'm here to do 2 things. Tell you what you already own and tell you what you owe this country. Because what I see looking at this class is not potential for someday. You are the ones who will build this country's future starting now. Despite conditions most would have called impossible, you succeeded. It is an honor to address you. You are the future of this country because what you have accomplished so far is extraordinary. And what you do next will be more extraordinary still. Build something that wasn't here yesterday. Bring people together who weren't yet working side by side. That is your leadership, and your generation holds more of it in this room than the world has begun to notice. So go, build the companies, start the institutions, lead. Don't wait for permission and don't wait for an easier time. You already know there isn't one. Go accomplish the things they'll write about. You've already proven you can. Make sure the world knows your country, not only for what it's accomplished on the battlefield, but for what it can build. Class of 2026, you wrote the first page of the American University Kyiv story, and you will carry its legacy forward. From all of us who've watched what you've done, and there are more of us than you know, congratulations. Now take what you've earned, walk out the door, and go build the future you've already proven you're strong enough to do. Tak you. Congratulations, class of 2026. Slava Ukraini.
I failed to properly introduce General Donahue, so I thought I'd come back up and just let you know who that is. So General Donahue is the U.S. 4-star commander of NATO ground forces. So he commands 32 countries' ground forces in Europe, hopefully soon to be 33 with the inclusion of Ukraine soon. So to give you a little background on him, he was the most elite leader in the U.S. Special Operations. He was the commander of Delta Force, which we don't even actually publicly recognize exists. But he led Delta Force for several years. He was then the 3-star general at Fort Bragg, where all of our special operations are based. And their motto is, "We fight tonight." And they have to be ready to lift off in C-141s, like 40 of them, ready to go anywhere in the world. And you all know what happened here February 24th, 2022 better than I do. But what you might not realize is that day they lifted off and they went to Wiesbaden, Germany to establish a headquarters, and they have been there ever since. And he was the 3-star in charge of Ukraine, supporting Ukraine and training, equipping, targeting all kinds of intelligence. And then he became the 4-star. So he's been involved supporting Ukraine. He loves Ukraine. But he wanted to make sure he sent this message to all of you. So that's General Chris Donahue. I'm going to go up. He's about to retire. He's been leading the effort for 4.5 years. I'm going to go to Germany from here to his retirement. But he wanted to express his personal satisfaction and express his support of you, the graduates, to lead Ukraine into a great future. So, Slava Ukraine.
Thank you, President Dan. So, at this point, I'd like to invite to the stage the rector of American University Kyiv, a person who was among the fighters of Soviet regime and as a result awarded by the most prestigious national award in Poland, Knight's Cross of the Order of Polania Restituta and the Cross of Freedom and Solidarity. So please welcome the rector of American University Kyiv, Jacek Leszkov.
So much. What a day. Too many compliments, Bogdan. Well, because I'm your humble servant, because I consider being a rector of American University Kyiv as a service job. Our mission is that education brings freedom. And as a rector, which gives me a lot of pride and, of course, personal satisfaction, I consider myself a service person. That's why, as a number one of my speech, I would like to extend my very sincere thanks to business community of Dnipro, because it was on the invitation of business community that actually this invitation made possibility of us being here, creating this incredible campus that provides dual diploma, both Ukrainian and American. And on this note, I also would like to share with you a little bit of my personal experience. I know Dnipro very well. I was in Dnipro for the first time 22 years ago, in 2004. I was a participant then in Orange Revolution. I was in Kiev on Maidan. And then I was joining, which was then established, a Polish United States Ukrainian conglomerate to bring modern style of education to Ukraine. So I see an enormous change in Dnipro in terms of quality of education. So therefore, number one of my talk is again repeat my sincere thanks that despite the terrible war conditions that you know better than I do, I'm coming from Poland to Ukraine for maybe 2 weeks each academic month. You live here full time, so you know the horrors of war. But despite of what happened after the 24th of February, we are able here to function and we are able here to provide education. Of course, number two, I need to have a quick peek into my list of duties that I need to fulfill during my talk, is of course to congratulate you, our dear students. This is your day. This is the result of your hard work. You now understand the meaning of the mission of our institution, that education brings freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, let us give warm hands. Let us give applause to our graduates. Thank you so much. Again, as President Rice, I truly believe that the time you spent with us will give you this unforgettable experience. We call it the DNA of our institution. I'm going to tell you a little bit later. Bogdan, you will need to give me another 5 minutes. Sorry, you can stand here. You can, of course, stand here. I don't mind that. I'm a talkative person. It will take me a few more minutes to deliver my speech. So anyhow, what is the DNA of American University in Kyiv? What is behind this motto that we so proudly write both in Kyiv and in Dnipro, that education that brings freedom. What is the meaning of freedom and how education is embedded into this? First of all, I'm sure you now have this feeling, what does it mean, the American style of education. As an educator, I have to tell you, well, I was growing up in Poland, so I have completed my degrees back in the Soviet times when Poland was under Soviet domination. But then I spent a significant time of my life working for the University of California in the United States. So what is the main challenge and the main difference between the old Soviet style or post-Soviet style hierarchical education and now the modern style? We are trying to break barriers. We are trying to make a contact between a student and a professor very, very important. We believe that a good educational institution should be based on a triangle, 3 types of missions: the teaching, the research, and the outreach to business. And the existence of our campus here in Dnipro is one of the best examples that this triangle is actually working and bringing fruits in terms of having you, the graduates here. Well, we know very well how difficult is history. We know, especially right now, that those challenges are really enormous. But to tell you the truth, our dear graduates, you will have even more challenges in the future. What will be the way that AUK helps you overcome these challenges? First of all, I am very happy to tell everyone in this room that we are going to expand. We are creating new programs. We are creating a school of agribusiness. We have already created last year a program in psychology, which will be a part of the School of Psychology, which then, maybe in 2 years, will be the part of the School of Public Health. We know how important is taking care of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder people in Ukraine. We know how many millions of people are affected by that. So we would like to respond to the needs of the society by creating this school. But then our president was just mentioning how important is the high-tech IT business and education in Ukraine. We are going to be a part of it, creating a school of aerospace, and later on the plan is to have a war college. So we are going to grow, I hope. I'm praying every night that in 5 years we'll not have about 500 or 600 students like we have right now. Maybe we'll actually have 10 times more because our educational offering is increasing. And well, to those of you who know the history of now Dnipro, previously Dnipropetrovsk, you know how important is the IT and the military industry to the success of a country. So yes, this is the industrial hub, and we are going to be a part of it. So ending my speech, I just would like to give a little bit of a warning first, and then again, congratulations to the graduates. What is the warning? What is the main challenge that you guys are going to face in the nearest future? Well, in order to understand this very well, let me go very quickly back to the history and to those very crucial moments of Central and Eastern Europe. Ukraine gained independence in August 91. Poland, my home country, gained independence in June 1989. Just 2 years of difference, the same historical process contributing to the collapse of the Soviet system and the emergence of new countries. We were lucky then. Now, those old forces that I was fighting with 50 years ago are unfortunately re-emerging. But at the same time, in June 1989, our fellow Chinese students were not so lucky. June 89 brought freedom to Poland, but unfortunately didn't bring freedom to Chinese students because that's exactly the date when the revolt on Tiananmen Square was crushed. Now, what is the driving force of the economy and the new civilization? What is the main challenge? How those events almost 40 years ago are related with your nearest challenges. This is, of course, the coming and developing of artificial intelligence. My research area, before I became a university administrator, was very strongly related to AI, signal processing. And I see AI as an extremely important driving force of progress. Don't we all use the smartphones? Don't we all use the internet. Of course we do. But there are many different ways we can do it. Only 100 kilometers from here, there is a front line with another type of civilization, unfortunately also developed in a digital way. A civilization that tries to use the AI to control the society, to deprive the members of the society of elemental freedoms. So this is the main challenge. It will appear on the front line, but not only on the front line, in the technology, and actually in good understanding what the freedom is in the modern digital society, what means the concept of freedom, what means the freedom of choice on the market. We need to learn how to use it, and we need to be able to defend those concepts. And this is one of the main challenges, because we are all learning. 40 years ago, we didn't have AI. 40 years ago, only internet was emerging, and we are trying to overcome these challenges with our main institutional DNA. And that gives me hope. As a last line of my talk, of my speech, I would like to tell you that I am very hopeful that all those challenges are really enormous, because we are facing this other civilization that using modern technology not necessarily to keep freedom and respect the human rights. I believe that institutions like ours will be very important in distributing those new concepts. And through you guys, through graduates, we will be overcoming. So thanks a lot. Slava Ukraini. Thank you for your attention.
Gracias, señor. You know, as for a student of AUK Dnipro campus, it's always a pleasure for me to listen to our rector. But we have one more speech from the person who was among the AUK leaders and founders pressing the symbolic button on our ceremony of 2022 in the February. And he has regularly given his speeches and his attention to us. So please pay attention on the screen. For us, we have a speech from Senior Kurt Volker.
Greetings to the 2026 master's degree graduates from AUK's Dnipro campus. My name is Kurt Volker. I'm a former special representative for Ukraine and U.S. ambassador, and one of the co-founders of the American University in Kyiv. And I can't say how pleased and proud we are of your accomplishment for getting this degree and committing to higher education in Ukraine, committing to this partnership with Arizona State University. I'm convinced that Ukraine's future is very bright. We see already a turn in the tide of the war. I'm speaking to you from Gdansk, the home of the Ukraine Recovery Conference this year. And I can tell you that there is tremendous enthusiasm for investing in Ukraine and the future of Ukraine. And I have no doubt that with your education, your credentials, your commitment, your passion, that you graduates of American University Kyiv Dnipro campus will play a key role in Ukraine's future. So congratulations and best wishes on this very important day.
So, since its founding, AUK has developed through a strategic partnership with Arizona State University, one of the most innovative universities in the in the United States of America, and Sintana Education. So, this is international organization helping universities around the world create and develop the best US educational standards and implements these standards to these countries. So please me to welcome Echari Bakcioglu, the Sintana Regional CEO of Eastern Europe and Central Asia.
Good evening, dear guests, wonderful faculty staff, leadership of AUK, our partners, sponsors, investors, and most importantly, our graduates. When I was in your place many years ago, I remember the commencement speakers speaking, and you forget all of them. So I know you are all ready to get your diplomas and have the party and celebration. But I just want to thank you for your commitment to be the part of this story and journey. I want to thank to these visionary leaders. I think a couple of years ago I met Boris and Mikola about this dream. It was a dream actually. And now here we are. First baby steps of something much bigger coming in. So we cannot do it without them and their commitment. So I really, truly appreciate them. And most importantly though, I want to thank on your behalf to your parents, to your partners, spouses, children, siblings, friends. I don't think without them, this journey can be here as we sit all together. So I know the world is not in a good place, but we need to keep fighting, we need to keep going. And I know it will be better for Dnipro, for Ukraine, for the world, because you guys are coming to make that change. We are so proud of you. So thank you so much. Slava Ukraini.
Thank you, Signor Chari. So, before we move forward, let me invite you to watch a short video of the history of AUK Dnipro campus. Yes, we understand that the history sounds like is a powerful word for the university, which is just 2 years old. But in the wartime conditions, we can say that we live through the history. And we are proud of each day and each result. So please pay attention on the screen.
(2024) Launch of AUK Dnipro campus master's programs. We started with an idea. Step by step, we created a new educational space for students in Dnipro. Thanks to the support of our partners and friends, this idea became a reality.
Це видатна подія в історії нашого міста, нашого регіону і впевнений, що всієї країни.
The first students, the first classes, the first events, the first achievements. Over this year, AUK Dnipro has become a place for learning, growth, and meaningful connections. Today, we celebrate a special milestone, the graduation of the first cohort of master's students at AUK Dnipro campus.
As for me, it's a great start of a good university history. As for you? So, today we celebrate more than a graduation. While our first master students are becoming the very first alumni of AUK Dnipro campus, our first bachelor cohort has successfully completed their first academic year. So I think that we can applaud them. And also we have one more short video about how is important education for our lives. So again, please take your attention on the screen. Our success has been made possible thanks to the support of our friends, of our partners, and the Dnipro business community, who believed in the vision of bringing the US American standards here to Dnipro and helped turn this dream to reality. At this moment, of course, we all know that big ideas are implemented by visionary and dedicated people. And I think that we are not just happy, we are God blessed to have such people in our community. And these people among us, founders of AUK Dnipro campus. At this point, I'd like to invite to this stage a true leader who was the first person who supported the idea of opening the new university to have new opportunities here in Dnipro. Please welcome Boris Markov, the member of the board of directors of ATB Corporation.
Hello, everyone. For me, it's an honor to be here. Here, I'm a representative of our business community. First of all, it's Inspira business community. And I would like to congratulate all of us with finishing of your education. Dear graduates, faculty, partners, and friends, today we celebrate a truly special milestone of the first graduating class of the AUK Dnipro campus master programs. First graduating class is always unique. It makes the moment when a vision becomes reality and success is measured not by plan, but by people. In 2024, 28 students became a first to believe in this new campus. There were no alumni, no follower, only a shared belief in the future. Steve Jobs once said, the people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are really ones who do it. For today, you can change your own life. You can change your own companies, whole industries, our country, and I believe whole total world. Today, I encourage you to remain part of the AUK community, support future students, share your experience, mentor others, and create new opportunities. The true strength of any university lies not only in its faculty or its campus, but in the success and unity of its alumni. I would like to thank our faculty, each of our partners, each of our donors. Personally, Dan, Jacek, Chari, Andrei, the whole team of Kyiv campus, and especially the whole team of Dnipro campus. You make an unbelievable, incredible work. Before I finish, I have one final wish. Together we have started something truly special, but this is only the beginning. Together we can build AUK Dnipro campus into the Ukrainian Harvard. And let's build it together. Thank you very much. One more, my congratulations.
Thank you, Senor Boris. At this point, I'd like to invite one more person. This person was among, he was among the first founders and the people who believed in AUK Dnipro campus when it was just a dream. And he did everything possible to turn this dream to the reality. So please welcome the Mykola Demchenko, co-owner of Право Діло and Clarity Project.
Thank you, Bogdan. Exactly 2 years ago, in Inspira Business Club, we have strategy session. And on the session, we decided to open a new university here in Dnipro. So it was like a dream, and me and Boris Markov were like leaders and responsibilities who decided to open this university. 2 years ago, on the opening ceremony, I told that you are our partners. The students who became to study in this university, you are our partners, you are our co-creators, and without you, its dream won't be possible. So you have unsleepy night. I know you have a lot of conflicts in your families. I know some of them support you, some of them didn't support you, but you did a great job, and now you're graduates. So I want to tell you a small secret, that without graduates, university doesn't exist. And it's worse that without university, graduates doesn't exist. It means that you have a new role. You are now graduates, but you are also our future partners, and you are our future ambassadors. From you depends our future masters. I know each of you give our feedback for what we should improve in our local master's programs, what programs we should start new. This year we will open new master programs in organizational leadership and in supply chain management. We will open the School of Retail and Trade, and it won't be true without you. So thank you, graduates. Thank you for all your unsleepy night, for your great job, and you did it. Also, I want to thank our partners. I remember like 2 years ago with Dan, Jacek, Charlie, and Kurt, we have a Zoom meeting, and we had a deal in Zoom. So we had this Zoom dealing to open here a future for our city and to our businesses and to our families. So after that, we did a great job. So thank you for donors. Without them, this dream won't be true. We with Boris are dreaming to open here a Ukrainian Harvard, but we know that number one in innovation is Arizona State University, and I think we open here Ukrainian Arizona. So I think our dreams came true. Thank you all for this, for coming for this graduation ceremony. Thank you all. Slava Ukraini.
Thank you, Senor Mykola.
And a special thank for this partnership, Boris Markov. It was an amazing partnership. Anya Markova, thank you for support. Without you, I think this campus, this university won't be like, it will be only a dream. With your support, it came true.
Thanks a lot. Thank you to our visionaries, Senor Boris, Senor Mykola. But the success of AUK Dnipro campus has also been made possible thanks to the support of our partners and donors who continue to invest in the education for the future generations. And at this moment, I'm pleased to present a special video greeting from Sergei Vishnevetsky, owner of company Duna, one of the donor companies supporting AUK Dnipro campus. So please pay attention to the screen.
Шановні засновники університету, шановні викладачі, студенти та гості. За понад 30 років у бізнесі я переконався, найбільший капітал будь-якої компанії і країни – це люди. Саме їхні знання, таланти, наполегливість визначають, яким буде наше завтра. Тому найбільші ресурси України – це є люди, а освіта – одна з найважливіших інвестицій у майбутнє. Для компанії Duna велика честь підтримувати цю місію разом з American University Kyiv. Щиро вітаю студентів із завершенням першого року навчання та перших випускників магістерської програми. Бажаю вам не втрачати допитливості, сміливо ставити амбітні цілі та завжди вірити у власні сили. Особливо слова вдячності засновникам університету Борис Марков та Микола Демченко за віру в українську молодь і створення можливостей для освіти світового рівня в Україні. Адже майбутнє України створюється вже сьогодні у ваших знаннях, рішеннях і прагненні ставати кращими. Нехай майбутнє нашої держави буде в надійних руках освіченої, відповідальної та небайдужої молоді. Дякую вам всім.
So, for the next part of our ceremony, I'd like to invite the rector of American University Kyiv, Jacek Leshkov. So, please proceed to the stage. So, I hope that everybody understands that today we have the honor of recognizing not just our graduates, but also the next generation of the future students. So, it's not only graduates, it's a young, talented people who want to invest in their times, in their possibilities to improve the Ukraine's experience, to improve the AUK Dnipro campus experience, and in the partnership with the Dnipropetrovsk Regional Junior Academy of Science, we are proud to recognize two prospective AUK students for their outstanding achievements in research and innovation. So, recognition of the Dnipropetrovsk Regional Junior Academy of Science laureates. First one is Vadim Struchenko, the second place at the regional stage of Junior Academy of Science of Ukraine research competition. Please proceed to the stage. Thanks a lot, Vadim. And Sofia Ilkova, the first place at the regional stage and second place at the national stage of the Junior Academy of Science of Ukraine research competition. Congratulations. So, and also, we'd like to recognize the students who have demonstrated leadership, innovative thinking, and a commitment to making a positive impact on the world around them through their participation in the SMART Challenge. We also extend our sincere gratitude to our partners, Yedina School, for our fruitful collaboration for the last 2 or even 3 years, and shared commitment to support our talented young people. So today we are honored to announce the winners of SMART Challenge 2026. Third place, Katarina Stratiy. Second place, Marina Bondar. And the first place is Roman Sklarenko. Please proceed to the stage. So, congratulations to all our winners. Applause one more time, please. And guys, may this achievement be only the beginning of many future success for you. Gracias. Señor, gracias.
Well, as a talkative person, I have few words to the winners of the contest. Frankly, I was also behind setting up the problems for the contest, and I was also in the jury evaluating committee, so I have some rights to have these additional words. The topics were exactly related to the challenges I was trying to point out in my previous speech regarding the AI, the new digital transformation of our civilization, and how to keep balance. And I was really impressed how young people in this age group were already seeing with a good perspective how to maintain this right balance. To give everyone in this room a warning, a couple of years ago, before I joined AUK, I was supervising a research group in Poland that did research on how young people access internet, in what way they do it, and how many hours per day they spend browsing the internet. Don't take me wrong, I have nothing against internet, just I would like to tell you some facts that were actually discovered by this research group in Poland. That the entry age of starting browsing the internet is 7 years old. Usually the device is the smartphone. And then the number of hours per day is at least 4. 4 hours per day, each day a 7-year-old. And so the work of our winners is showing us how to keep a right balance in the face of this big wave of, well, challenges. Thank you very much and congratulations again.
Gracias. As all we know, behind every great project stand people who helped it to grow and thrive. Please welcome Andriy Karol, AUK Business Development Director, and also a really human being. He's not just a person who helps us. He's a great human being. This is my real opinion, sorry. And by the way, Andriy is not just the director of American University Kyiv, he is also a gratitude of American University Kyiv and also Arizona State University. And this human being successfully finished his gratitude and he got a really prestigious Thunderbird School of Management award with the ASU Presidential Award. So please welcome Andriy Karol.
Hello everyone. It is probably the first time when the presentation took longer than my speech. Yeah, that's true. Just 2 days ago, I was a graduate in Kyiv, and right now I have an honor to be on some other part of the stage, and but still feeling this warm and pleasant feelings. Today is a day of yours. Is a day of the first cohort of master's graduates. And I think that for many, many of us, it's not only the day of the graduation itself, but it is also a pure thing that shows that you can build anything alive in a very hard condition when the world says, wait a bit, let's postpone it, let's make this project a bit later, but not. You didn't do that. And before saying any words to the graduates, I would like to mention all of the teams and people without whom this project could not be even possible. And of course, it's the defense forces of Ukraine that still give us ability not only to survive, but also to get an education, to study, and to develop ourselves even so close to the front line. I want to say thank you to all if I may say so, and our Dnipro campus team for all the efforts that has been done in order to make what you have seen right now alive and happening today. I want to say thank you to all the academic team that made a truly inspired by business and administrators and like project managers project into the educational one. It's not the same, and we have a lot of conversation with Jacek about that, and I truly believe that is true. I want to say thank you to our partners from ASU and from Sintana Chari. I think that yourself and Arizona State University and our Kyiv partners and Kyiv people from our team who are supporting us and gave a lot of power. So it's not only powered by ISU, it's also, I'm sure, powered by Kyiv as well, because we are the one. And of course, I want to say thank you to the business communities, responsible businesses, because it is really hard to name all of the companies who already engaged into the project. But I would say with the true words, the responsible businesses who understand that investment into education is not a charity right now. It is an investment in something then much more probably than a buildings or a factories, because unfortunately they can be destroyed. But education, which is in your mind until you are existing on this planet, is unstolen. And special thanks to Boris Markov and to Mykola Demchenko. I don't know the people and the partners in my previous business life that could be better than you as a partners for this project. And it is pleasure for me to work and to walk within this path shoulder to shoulder. Thank you very much. And of course, I'm not forgetting about graduates, okay? And of course, I have 3 messages to the graduates, because I've been one like 2 days ago, so I'm already experienced, okay? So the first one is carry your diploma or your knowledge not as a kind of a triumph or just a medal or something you could put on the wall and make a photo with, but use it within your life, making your customer lives better, developing your businesses you're working in, or maybe opening a new one. The second thing is, do not be afraid to create something without instructions. So the world is not, unfortunately, an IKEA, and you have all the things in the packets. Something's always missing, you know, and the paper's always missing. And AUK Dnipro campus opening and the team engaged into all of this stuff is a great evidence that you can do everything based on engagement, the passion, the idea, and the vision. And that's why do it in your own way. And the third one message is to be the best. Sometimes we say that you need to be the best in your industry to make it, to retain or get the higher market share. But right now people compare different businesses, banking with a taxi service, banking with a food store, etc. That's why I advise you and I wish you to be the best of the best. And it's really not the easiest thing. And you always have an excuse, like it is a war, and we can, postpone our efforts. I'm sure that it is never the time. You always need to be the best. Thank you very much for your trust to the university, because you are co-founders. You are the first cohort who believed when there was no walls, when there was no students already graduated, so you believed and you put your belief into that, and gave also me, myself, the ability to contribute to such a big project. I thank you very much. I wish you all the best. And let's do the major slogan and move according to the main slogan. Education gives really freedom of choice, freedom of development, and freedom of path you can choose. Thank you very much, and my congratulations.
Thank you, Andriy. And of course, we understand that after we launch the project, it must be a person who will lead this, who will lead it. So for now, please me invite Yulia Aurel, the campus lead of AUK Dnipro campus, and she just She not just works every day on improving our AUK Dnipro campus experience, and she's not working just for the students. As for me, she's an older sister, and I know that she takes care about all the AUK team members and also about all the AUK Dnipro team students. So, Yulia?
Thank you, Bogdan. It's a pleasure to be here, especially because I was an enrollment advisor of each of you. And that's why it's a big day for me as well. And I know that it was really difficult for you to balance with family, friends, work, and studying. And you did that most people would consider really impossible, but you did it. Very often, I should answer the question, what AUK Dnipro campus is. And it's not the classroom, it's not the academic program, it's not the building, it's something more. AUK Dnipro campus for me is you. It's a student who have been studying after the difficult work until the midnight completing some tasks. It was a person who joined the class driving a car or from shelter or during the weekend sitting with the books. For me, AUK Dnipro campus, it's you. It's not walls within which you have been studying. You are these walls. Looking at you, I recognize something very important about all Ukrainians. We do not recognize impossibility. Some people say that sky is the limit, but I don't think so. I look at you and understand that the universe is the limit. So prove this to yourself every day. Prove this to your friends, to Ukraine, and to the whole world. Everything is possible.
Thank you, Yulia. So, let's move on. And today, among our graduates, we have some of them who became a part of unique partnership between AUK and Arizona State University. And for me, it's a pleasure to invite a gratitude who successfully completed studies at Arizona State University and who today represents the class of 2026. So, please welcome Leonid Sandomierski.
Hello, everyone. It's a great honor for me to be here and to share my experience about studying in Arizona and to congratulate all the graduates today. First and foremost, I'd like to congratulate you guys. You are amazing. I know you all were studied out together, and that's why I better than anyone understand how challenging it was, how tough it was sometimes for you to complete this education. And most of you, this education was you have to combine your studying with your work. You had to sacrifice your leisure time. You had to sacrifice your sleep for doing your home assignment on time, for submitting it on time. And you did a brilliant job. You should be proud of yourself. I congratulate you. I see there are many young students here who are current students at AUK, who just recently finished their school, I think, and enrolled at AUK. And I'd like to say to such young people that if you think, or if you will think sometime that your studying process is hard for you, that you don't have enough time you cannot manage it. Think about these guys and think about that there are those who have to combine their life with their work, who have to raise their children and take them to school and back, doing the home assignment with their children, and after that, at the midnight, doing their own home assignment to be on the track. It's amazing work. So think about it when you will think that it's hard for you. A couple of years ago, I didn't want. I have never thought to be an American student, and I think you, as a new student, as a current student, you have to realize the chance you have that lie ahead of you. You know, Arizona and education, American education, I think you will agree with me, it's one of the best education in the world. American education is one of the best education in the world. And at the same time, it's one of the most expensive education in the world. And in the United States, there are many families who have to sell their property or take a huge loan for giving their children the chance of having education, to enroll in a prestigious university. Because good American education costs at least 20 or even more than $20,000 a year. Think about it, just imagine these numbers, more than $20,000 a year. And you have to pay for your accommodation, for your food, for transport costs, and that's why you have to pay much more than just $20,000 a year. That's why only a handful of people in our country, I think the children of very wealthy people, were able to obtain this American education previously. But now you have this chance, thanks to AUK. I had the chance also. And I very thankful to AUK for this chance. You might ask why you need to make a transfer to AUK. Because you just can complete your studying process here and be proud of yourself. The answer on this question depends only on you, because when I was decided whether I should make this transfer or not, I asked myself just one question: will I regret not to having tried or not? And the answer was obvious for me. I think you should ask yourself the same question, because this life experience to be American student is unlikely to have again in your life, because it's expensive, it takes a lot of time, and you will never be younger than today. You will have more obligation, duties, families, etc. And now, until you are young, you have this chance and take it. American education, Arizona State University, it's a great chance, and it's a great community you will get acquainted with and stay in touch, keep in touch after graduate. And it's a great new skills you'll receive. Such subjects that we had, like digital data and digital transformation, strategic in a competitive world, and much more, will provide you very good skills and tools. Previously I used to do much less done in my business, not because I didn't want it, but because I didn't understand how can I manage my time so efficiently as I can now, after all challenges I had in Arizona for doing my assignments on time. Because when you are accepted, the real fun begins there. Many group assignments with 5 members from different cultures, and you have to with different time zones, and you have to manage to work with for getting your job well. And it's a great experience. It will improve you. It will teach you how to manage your time well, believe me. For those of you who would like to make this transfer, I would advise to prepare it in advance, because whether you will be accepted or not will depend on your average grade. Your current average grade while you are studying at AYUK. So it would be pain if you will not have this chance to make this transfer just because you don't have enough average grade now in AYUK. So you have to learn and do all your assignments now as well as you can. I know you're all tired, so just 1 more minute. Guys, we live in a difficult time, and my speech is to young people, to current students, to encourage you to take all that are lying ahead of you. Take all chance. Because, as I said before, I asked myself, will I regret not having tried? So it's the main question you have to ask yourself. And take all opportunity that appears besides you. So I wish you luck. I advise to you to make a transfer to Arizona. It's worth it. Believe me, it's not easy. It's quite difficult, but it's worth it. Believe me. Thank you. Wish you good luck, guys. Congratulations. You're awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Leonid. So, the moment we all have been waiting for has arrived. But before we move to academic graduation, I'd like to invite everyone to rise for the anthem of AUK Dnipro campus. Please rise. If you know words, you can think with them. Thank you, everyone. Please join your seats. And at this moment, please, one more time, welcome to the stage the President of American University Kyiv, Daniel Rice, for the presentation of diplomas for the first cohort of master graduates of AUK Dnipro campus. So, first graduate is Alina Sherbina, so please proceed to the stage. The next, please get ready, Anastasia Klimovich. Thank you. Anastasia Klemovich, please proceed and get ready. Anastasia Shevchenko. Thank you, Senora. Anastasia Shevchenko, and please get ready, Artem Fomenko. Thanks, Artem, please proceed and get ready, Artem Marchenko. Congratulations, Artem. Artem, please proceed and get ready, Hanna Ovcharenko. Congratulations, Artem. Hanna, please proceed and get ready, the Maria Dechkova. Congratulations, Anna. Maria, please proceed and get ready, Natalia Gamayun. Congratulations, Maria. Natalia, please proceed and get ready, Oleg Voloshko. Congratulations, Natalia. Oleg, please proceed and get ready, Senior Pavlo Lesnikov. Congratulations, Oleg. Pavlo, please proceed and get ready, Semen Prevel. Congratulations, Pavlo. Semen, please proceed and get ready, Svetlana Budnichenko. Congratulations, Semen. Svetlana, please proceed and get ready, Valeria Lachus. Congratulations, Svetlana. Valeria, please proceed. And the last one, please get ready, Victoria Borodko. Congratulations, Valeria. Victoria, please proceed to the stage. Congratulations, Victoria. So, dear graduates, let this graduation be only a start of big deals and big success. My congratulations to you and applause from all of us. And you know, today we celebrated really important achievement. But every graduation is a little bit more than a diploma. It's about journey. It's about people. It's about memories that will stay for you for all your lifetime. And let us a little bit revile some of the special moments together. So please pay attention on the screen.
It all started here. new knowledge, new ideas, shared projects, a shared journey, memorable moments, new connections, more than classmates. Thank you for these 2 years, the first generation of master's graduates.
You know, I'm almost cried when I see this video. So, dear gratitudes, please rise. Only gratitudes, not anybody else. Gratitudes, yes, please rise. And for now, we will have 2 interesting transitions. Today, you have completed really important chapter of your life and become a great part of the global alumni community of American University Kyiv, and also you became a first generation of alumni of AUK Dnipro campus. My congratulations. And by the authority vested in the university, you are hereby awarded as a degree of master's. I invite you to move your tassels from right to left. And at this moment, we can do one more really interesting tradition. For some of you, I told about that. If I didn't tell anybody about some of you about that, please take your attention on your neighbor. So, on the count of 3, we are taking it off and throwing up. 1, 2, 3. Let it fly. Please join your seats, guys. It's a really important time for you, and today, as I said, you become the first master's graduate of AUK Dnipro campus, and you secured the place in the history of our university. We thank our families, our faculty members, our partners, and everyone who supported you along this journey, and may the knowledge, experience, and leadership you gained here guide you toward their success. I hereby declare that the first master's graduation ceremony of AUK Dnipro campus officially closed. Слава Україні! Ну і звісно, як ви всі пам'ятаєте, коли ми відкривали університет і започатковували першу когорту наших магістрів, ми робили загальне фото. Отож, я запрошую кожного сюди зараз зробити загальне фото, де ви зможете доєднатися до наших магістрів і стати також частиною нашого університету. Please proceed to the stage, everybody. Yes, senior. Друзі, будь ласка, проходьте на сцену, зробимо загальне фото з усіма. Знизу залишаються лише наші випускники, як єдина когорта. Всі, хто хочуть приєднатися до фото, будь ласка, піднімайтесь на сцену. Що ж, чи всі, хто хоче доєднатися до фото, вже доєднались? Пожалуйста. Ну що, друзі, за традицією, наші студенти знають, всі дружно кажемо AUK! Ще раз вітаємо наших перших випускників. Ви є перша історія нашого університету.